Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a creator who has not one, but two maps of the exact same name. Now, I didn't find this one out until just a few moments ago when I went to check to see whether it was a My First Map, because it could have been, and it's not. But since releasing this map, they've released another one of the exact same name. So that might cause some confusion, especially when the name actually better fits their second map, not the one we're seeing today. Although I suspect today's map will be a little bit more playable, just based on first glances. So we're going to look at the more playable, if slightly not name matching map. You'll see when we get there. Right, job for you to do first. That's right, hitting that like button and clicking the notification bell are two very good ways of staying up to date with everything that's going on with the channel. Today's map is Hex's Maze by Hexdragon. Yes, the more recent one is more like a maze, and it could be fun to go and get lost in the maze, I guess. There's your start square. Start squares, even. There's, was it 8 by 8? So that's 64 times by 9, 81. Terrain heights there, sorry. 81 times by 6. No, I'm not doing it. Resources are dotty. Yeah, dotty. I think that's the way of describing them. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it's that. That's your fishing. There. Off to the workshop. No DLC required today, which is simple. And no assets. It's 100% vanilla. There we go. That's all you need to know. Oh, we'll be using the vanilla European theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. Right, there you go. That's all vanilla stuff. Our highway connections are highway ramps. Just one lane in each direction. We'll talk more about those when we get to the other end of the road. And in fact, the road and the rail run parallel with each other, as you can see here. Now, this is clearly a fantasy map, so the uppy-downiness of the rail, it's fine on this map. It's fine. I'm going to live with it, okay? Like the way that we've got little ramped sections, and rather than just having it like jauntily going up and down, it's ramped. So there's that. But yeah, I don't mind the gradient issues on this particular map. It's not very exciting, but it does connect the start square with the edge of the map, which is basically all it's meant to do. This was interesting. I thought for a moment, why was this not just a straight bridge rather than, you know, looping down and back up? But look, thinking about it, do you know what? I think that was the right thing to do in that situation, just to follow the path. You know, it's smooth and they all mirror each other, and there you go, a little bit of detailing. When we get to the end of the show and I do my detailing score and you go, oh, there's no detailing on this map, it's a one, well, there's little things like that. They mirrored each other, which is a good thing. Okay, fine. Anyway, heading now down towards the start square. One thing to point out, though, with these style of maps, you see how we get the glitching of the terrain in the distance. As we get closer, it sorts itself out. But yeah, you get the zigzag of the texturing because it's not meant to be stretched like that. It's just not meant to be stretched like that. And that's the game trying to show it as best as it can. And it's only when you get closer that it'll sort itself out. We do have a little opening on the left-hand side here, which has got a little bit of patchy detailing going on there. I've got weird shadows as well, by the way, today. A felled tree section and a few rocky areas as well. I think we'll take a glance at those in the second half of the show. So anyway, the two highway ramps got a little bit of a problem with them. Regulars to the show have probably already spotted it. Also, I'm not sure where you're supposed to build into from this location, but again, as the city builder, that is a problem for you, not the map maker. Not now, anyway. But yes, have a look at these. Okay, let's connect these up with a road. And you'll see, so we're driving in on the left-hand lane as we're coming in on the left. But it's a right-hand drive road, as you can see by the arrow on the two-lane road there. So that's kind of inverted, and changing the settings when you launch the map to switch it to right hand drive will just mean that everything will switch over on the highways as well. So that's a little bit of an oopsie. Don't miss my new YouTube series as I enter the world of virtual reality, get dropped randomly somewhere in the world and have to work out, where on earth am I? Join me from Friday evenings as I get lost, go wandering and try to stick a pin into a map. Will I be around the corner or on the wrong continent? And can you do better? I'll see you then. The latest episode is now live on the channel. Went out last night. If you weren't there, where were you? It's a thoroughly enjoyable show for everybody. Anyway, we don't have a shipping route today, but we do have an air route, which weirdly does a zigzag as well. I guess on a map like this, we can expect this, and I'm not going to mock the map down on it. It just seems, it's quirky enough already, and then we have that going on. Water flow, love the curvature of the river. The curvature of the river is just so Minecraft. It's so lovely. But yes, we have good strong water flow going through the map. It's a little bit deep down there, so you're going to have trouble sighting your bumping. But I think once you do, yeah, you'll be good to go. Right, okay, so what I like about the map is the 25 tiles is where it's all happening. Outside of the 25 tiles, you've just got a bank of this. So that should be 16 squares deep, if I remember rightly. And, yeah, it's all fine. And then you get this big stack of blocks in the middle. Actually, do like the little ridge that's put along all of these high points just to stop you from falling off the edge. I think that's a very neat little touch. Again, that counts as detailing, and I think a little nod to that. And the same goes on with the river as well. You don't want to fall into the river because it's a long old drop. You'll never climb back out, not from down there anyway. I'm sorry about the bouncing, but it's very difficult to control with today's map. Then we've got a little bit of a hole there, so you could just fall into the river from that location. We'll say river, it's more of a canal, I guess. The essential lighthouses could be better worked into the environment, but I guess it's a nod to detailing, and that's all we can really expect, is a nod to detailing, really, here. Then we have over here, if you have it, you've got a couple of these gun embankments. And this gun here is firing into the, yeah, that is not very safe. Something's going to blow up on itself there. Got the same, sorry, bouncing around here like, yeah, that's the one. And we've got exactly the same going on with this gun as well. So, a little bit of extra thought required there. A couple of this central lighthouse there as well. Not sure what's going on with this lattice, but it's quite nicely done, and it just adds a little bit of interest. That's the area we were earlier, having a look at the forest and some of the rock detailing, and we haven't had a look at the Park Life Glory Hole in a little while, so there we go, Park Life Glory Hole, there she is. Then, if we follow the roads in, we've got a highly defensible, at first glance, castle. Let's imagine you're attacking this castle. Well, first of all, actually, these machine gun posts should be facing the other way, because this is where the machine gun points out. The other side is the door to get in. So if we're attacking the castle, we're going to come up this ramp and just walk straight in to the machine gun, and there you go, through the door there, and sneak up on it. Excuse me, clock them over the head. Not sure what's going on down here. This is a bit of a giggle. This does count as detailing. Yeah, excitement. Woo. And these guns are better. These guns are much, much better. Then you get to this area, you've got a big strong wall there stopping us from marching straight into the castle. Ooh, it's a castle. Again, not very exciting, but it's still a castle. And everybody's favourite factory right there is just minding its own business. Anyway, I'm not sure what all these standing stones are about. But anyway, this castle, you imagine you build this castle, and no idea what the standing stones are for. You build this castle, nobody is going to attack you because it's completely boxed in. It's really high walls, and there's no way you're going to get up to the top of those walls to drop, I know, flaming boulders down onto the castle. So it's very defendable, apart from those machine gun posts. Now, let's go somewhere a little bit different. Oh, I'm bouncing again over the height variations means controlling the camera is so difficult on this map. Now over here we've got, I'm going to call it a ramp. It's not really a ramp because all of these climbs here are like several meters, but at least these are doable. And you could sort of like do some sort of switchback system for your roads to get up to the next tier. And now this tier, we've got a little bit of forestry going on in some of these boxes. I'm not sure how you want to play this map, but there's gonna be people that want to play this map or try and do something a little bit different, and it's to be encouraged. I'm not saying that this is a fantasy map. It's something a little bit different. We hold it back for a Saturday, and we just see what the creators can create something just a little bit different for us. We've got another like tiered ramp kind of thing going on here, and we've got a few more blocks going on there. There's some forestry down there in that hole there. Look at that forestry, lovely. It's like a little yeah, botanical area. That's not what I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. And then if we come around this way and look over into this hole right here, right over there, over the edge there it goes. There's our castle. That is a defensive error, I feel. We're going to attack, mind you, I'm not sure that anybody would want to attack that castle, but yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to? Just because. Start square, which means somewhere around here should be some assets of the day. Right, okay, this is Italian, so I'm going to completely butcher this, of course. The Trulli Pugliesi. Trulli Pugliesi. Right, low residential. I'm going to pretend I got that right. By Zarrix. And factoids because factoids, and I'm going to read this one straight off of this workshop page, okay? Because it kind of works nicely for a factoid. A trullo, plural, which is truly, is a traditional Apullian dry stone hut with a conical roof. Their style of construction is specific to the Atria, I think that is, Valley. So there we are. So if you're off to the Atria Valley, you should find some of these lovely, lovely buildings. And I like the little bit of detailing around the back here. It's a bit of a laugh. Look. Fido lives in there. Fido. Let's go down and have a closer look. Sorry, Pooch. Anyway, Trulli Pugliesi, low residential. by Zarrix, today's asset of the day. Right, okay, what do you think of today's map, guys? It's different, isn't it? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. Good luck. Just good luck. Click the I button now. Take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, or a free Patreon account. Remember, your vote does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10, which is coming up very soon. So, what do we have today? Aesthetically, it's memorable. It's very memorable. I think it does what it wants to do. Problem is, it's the game engine really isn't designed for this. It doesn't make the map look as good as it could. And I do feel the creator probably could have done some little tricks that might have made it a little bit more pleasing. I'm going to go 3 stars because it is a memorable design. It's not been done badly, but it's not a very strong one. So lowish 3. Detailing. There is detailing across the map. I don't think there's anything that really stands out, and I think there's a lot that could be done to make it pop. I've got to go for a high 2. Gameplay potential, it's kind of playable, but I think those highways do need to be inverted at the very least. A few more lanes would be nice as well. I'm going to do the same again. I think I've got to go high 2 for gameplay potential, but there's going to be people that like this. Hex's Maze by Hexdragon. And if you don't like this one, do check out their other Hex's Maze map, which is a maze. I don't know if it's amazing, but it is a maze, so something to look for. Oh, it's good to see a little bit of creativity. Just somebody doing something a little bit different. I do appreciate that. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the word of the day into the comments for some population points, just for fun. and I'll be back tomorrow with the Cities Skylines Top 20. Be there or be somewhere else.